Hey there, this is Calvin with Mini Pots, and I have another week in review. And this is just stuff I've been working on, and really, right now, it's not a lot. It's a crunch time for my work. We are closing up our projects, and everything has to sort of be finished by the end of August. So, gaming has not been a priority. I did make some time to try to do something on this past Thursday, and instead, I got involved in an old video game called Darkest Dungeon. And what a delve that is, for lack of a better term. The Enjoyed it when it was first released. I got it about 2 or 3 years after it had been released, and I have not played any computer games for since 2022. Oh, that's an exaggeration. I did play something where it was on sale for a reasonable price. The one where the Space Marines beam down and try to stop the Plague Bearers and the Chaos guys from taking over the, I say beam down, teleport down, and it's a isometric, like a XCOM type of game. Mentioning XCOM, what about the idea of this new XCOM for the Five Leagues world universe stuff? Um, Majestic 13 is out, and I think that is a very strong XCOM feel, but this is different, and I think it's going to be big, bigger than I'm already planning on getting the minis, and I've already seen pictures of the minis painted, and I'm not sure if they're doing a Kickstarter or what, but that might be one of my next projects. There's a couple other things I'm interested in right now. So I've been working on a couple of flip throughs, which I usually say that, but nothing's come to fruition on that. I just am not getting the right feel and the right excitement behind my description of what is going on. And I don't think the book, sorry for this, when I'm doing that, I think the book deserves more. I think the game as a whole deserves more. And if I'm interested enough to spend the time on doing a flip through, I at least want to portray it in a way that is befitting the book. The So I have not worked on anything really for game. So I did get a lot of my grass tufts done, and you can see it has this sort of ratty end that I think I need to do something about, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do that with a Sharpie or do it with a one of the paint markers or even something else. Who knows? The So that's what hobby wise, that's about the extent of it. I do have the some things I wanted to work on. I just have not made time. It's been one of those weeks. We had a stuff in and out, and some surgery and some family stuff, and so it's like, "Ugh." But this is what you do to escape and do something different. The And thank you very much for watching. If you have managed to watch and you've gone through some of my episodes and you liked them and you got something out of them, please remember to like, subscribe, and make a comment. I do have a little bit of an eclectic taste, and I'm trying to, with my ADHD, I've noticed that a lot of people with in this hobby world have a type of ADHD, and they are like me. They are all over the place, and so it's nothing new, but for me it was, and I'm trying to get it under control and not be so scattered and not be all over the place. And I think I've gotten an idea of what it takes, and that's the idea of finding a project and really keeping that at the forefront of your mind and focusing on that. And it has helped a lot. The But unfortunately, when you hit a roadblock or a hindrance, like the perfect mini you need is out of stock and only be ordered when you order something from overseas or something like that, you sort of stop. And the, how can I say, in any case, I have some things that I've got to, like, there's the for Hidestone and Bone, which if you've been watching this, you know that that has been my primary concern. I have some ideas for the Gigantopithecus, and I have some ideas for a the dire wolves, and I have 3 or 4 ideas for a follow-up project after this. I don't know if I want to do the dinosaur in the world or into the like Hollow Earth type of thing where they find a where your cavemen encounter a more advanced oppressive race and you fight both modern explorers as well as this third Sleestack type of race or a Aztec Mesoamerican type of people, Atlantean type of people. I don't know if I want to go down that route right now. I might get some of those miniatures. War Games Atlantic has a really, really cool set of Aztecs, which I've just become aware of, that I think you could do them as they are, or them and lizardmen, and make sort of flea stacky type of people. The still, and also I've been working on a flip through. I haven't been able to do much progress on that, but I do have a table begun to be set up, so I'm going to do through the entire thing from scratch. The things of interest, I had finally finished the last episode of Demon Hunter. I did not realize I had to finish that, and so it popped up on my Netflix account, so I did finish it. And around the same time, I noticed that there was a Kickstarter for a pen set for Demon Hunter where they have the, like, you have your pencil or pen and they have the pattern of one of the characters is like a black and green checkerboard pattern, and so that's the entire fountain pen. They're a little bit pricey. Probably not going to buy back that, and that's my prerogative. They're cool pens. I'll be getting it for the pen. I just think it's something interesting. And they're also doing matching inks for it. You have to be a fountain pen person to be into that type of stuff. I'm not there because they tend to be a little bit more maintenance driven than I care to admit. The other things on watching, really didn't watch anything this week. Just a lot of YouTubes and occasionally something that sparked some interest, but it wouldn't get very far. I wanted to watch some movies, wanted to watch some shows, just did not happen. The other things of note on Kickstarter are the From the Depths Below, the latest from Will Rahman for his Forbidden Psalm series and Pirate Borg stuff. There is that. A group of Pirates Borg miniatures from Westphalia and maps by the creators of Pirate Borg. All of those are on Kickstarter. There is also a tower by Tabletop Terrain, I think Tabletop World, that's the name. Tabletop World, and they have a really cool little tower, a guard tower, and a keep. It is pricey here in the States. But I've backed, they did 2 last year. I backed one of them, a small chapel, and I have yet to assemble it. And then they also did a big brewery. I did not do that one. Sort of wish I did. It was so much. And then those are the key things that I've seen on Kickstarter. I did back the latest book by the author of Morkin. Now that's for solo hex crawl type of gaming. I do not see myself going too far down that, but it will be an option. Blacksite Studios has a couple Kickstarters up, or a couple like backroom starter and then a Kickstarter. They are doing Whispers from the Deep and the one with the television people. I forget what that one's called. And that one's on their website. I think they may have just closed that one like in this last week. Whispers from the Deep. This is going into the last weekend for that. And you might take a look at it. They do have, I think they have options for shipping if you're outside the States, who will handle it, how it will be handled, and they have to make it more reasonably priced, is the point of. And I don't know how many people that watch this channel, where they are located and stuff. The still, I have these guys on my bench, and I have gotten insight they need to be armored up. They're going to be a little bit, when they're like this, they're going to be a little bit harder to do, but it's going to be doable. And that, it'll be green stuff, I'm thinking at this point. There is a resin company where you can get 3D prints, or you can get the STLs and have someone 3D print the breastplate, faceplate. I forget all the different parts that they're called, but that type of stuff. And that is not a Kickstarter, that is just in general edification. With games like Last War, War Transformed, that is something that you might be interested in knowing about and might be interested in keeping an eye out for. The that is, on a personal note, again, just thank you very much for watching. And I know I am all over the place, and I know sometimes I had a hey personal win. I actually had someone sort of make a questionable comment on one of my videos, and I gotta say thank you. Thank you for the time for watching. And yes, I am all over the place, and yes, it is as hard for you sometimes as it is for me, and I can see why sometimes people just don't make it all the way through the videos, and that's okay. But I do appreciate you giving me the time that you do give me, and if you have any questions, please pass them on. Let me know, post them below if you have any comments, ideas, suggestions. I have not set aside anything yet. I still have my minis for the project of Warriors of Athena and some of the other games that are similar in motif. I have those next to me. I still have all my little stuff for Hide, Stone, and Bone, working on getting the woolly mammoths done and my wolves done. And I have a North Star is doing a really nice larger wolf, and I think I'm going to do those as my dire wolves, because you can see as a 28 millimeter size, these are pretty good size for wolves, but they need to be dire. They need to be a little bit larger, about 4 to 5 millimeters, I think, all the way around. I think it would work. And these minis look great. There's only 3 of them, so I have to verify what comes in a pack for Hide, Stone, and Bone, and to get it done. And once that is, and yeah, I did some of these on different. This is the North Star wolves. You see them are sort of similar poses and similar miniatures, and from several different companies. They're nice miniatures, and I was looking for wolves. I just decided to go with these, and stop. This is like stone axe miniature wolf, where you have, and I have that next to where it's, you can tell it's a little bit different, but it's okay. On the game table, it'll be fine, I think. So, direwolves, Gigantopithecus. I have a couple ideas for that. There is a Eureka Miniatures does a giant ape, which I think would work fine. And I know there's only one of those in the encounter that you have with High Stone Bone. If it comes up as there's only one of those, but sometimes you want more than one. So on Crooked Dice Games, there is 3 great apes or giant apes, which I'm thinking about. Haven't made the commitment towards either one yet. Just I'm in that midsummer, we're not sure type of space, and I trying to wrap up some things. But I can definitely see that towards the end of summer, where this I might have all the minis I think I need for Hide, Stone, and Bone. I'll need some terrain, and that's okay. So this has gone on for about 5 minutes longer than I intended, but I want to thank you again. So remember to have a happy game if you are able to game, and if you're not, well, do what you can. So